All right, what's goody, everybody out there? What's cracking, lacking? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, man, host of the 11:30 podcast, man. Yes, and this is the wrestling podcast. We back at it, man, on a Saturday, you guys. Yes, on a Saturday, of course, as you guys know, if you haven't already know, if you've been living under the rock, if you vibe with the 11:30 podcast. Of course, my little man is in school now, and yeah, the weeks be busy, man. So yeah, we got commission talks, we got talk pro wrestling. We pulling up on this Saturday, man. I'm not alone, of course. I got my bro with me, man. But before we get into that, you guys, man, we on the road to 2,000 subscribers right here on the 11:30 podcast. We also live on Buzzing with Marlo, so everybody definitely appreciate everyone tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button down below, follow, share, and most importantly, definitely subscribe, man. For real, I look at it, for real, I look at the analytics, man. It's like over 60-70 people, man, who tune into the channel that's not subscribed. I don't know, man. You just like come in here, just watch it. For real, like it's free. It's literally free to subscribe, man. So definitely do that. You feel me? So I gotta put out a post every single time I'm about to do something. Be like, tune in, man. Just hit the notification bell right here on the 11:30 podcast and on Buzzing with Marlo, man. So when we go live, man, you will be definitely notified and definitely tuning in. You got it? All right. Now it's time to talk some good old wrestling, man. For real. All right, like I said, man, I'm not alone. I got my bro in the building, man. The host of Buzzing with Marlo, my guy, Warren Marlo. What it do, bro? What's going on? What's cracking and lagging? Let's bring you on, man, on the screen, actually. What's cracking and lagging?
What's up, bro? What's up?
Hey.
Yo. Hey,
man.
It's Saturday, baby. Saturday,
Yeah, it's Saturday, man.
Got some upsets arising, and we're about to talk some pro wrestling. So
definitely. I don't know if it was an upset or not, though, but Georgia Tech just took on Clemson in a field goal winning game.
Bro, Georgia Tech is like the most unpredictable team you could think of. Like, their play style is so easy, but you will get exhausted because all they do, and I'm pretty sure you could tell, they don't throw the ball. They just run. And them suckers just will drain your defense. It doesn't care how many plays it takes for them to score. They're going to get there. And Clemson found out. I mean, Clemson was supposed to be the top team in the ACC right now. So, we'll see what happens.
We definitely see what happened, man. For real. All right, like I said, it's a Saturday. Okay. The guys are here.
It's the real team.
Yeah,
what's up later.
Hey, that's what's up, man. You also got the Crawford, boxing, joint that's going down tonight. I know a lot of people definitely going to be tuning into that. All right, you guys, man, this is Talk Pro Wrestling. We're going to talk some wrestling, man, and we're going to get into it, man. First and foremost, man, let's jump right into the gun, man. Yesterday, news broke, man. Got to get your opinions on it because I definitely got some opinions on it, too. News broke, man, by WWE made a huge announcement. Yes, in 2027, WrestleMania, the show of shows, the granddaddy of them all, man. You feel me? The Super Bowl of wrestling. You get it. You already get it. It's coming to Saudi Arabia, man. I don't think this is really surprising news, but since WWE put a stamp on it and really hit the approve button yesterday, I think it's it's a whole lot of mixed emotions in this. I didn't see the press conference, but some of the photos that I did see with Bianca, Charlotte, they didn't look too happy though. And from my perspective of it though, since WrestleMania 43 is going to Saudi Arabia, we all know that in January, late January-ish, that the Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia too. So I think, man, WrestleMania has always taken place in the United States, or Canada, WrestleMania 6, WrestleMania 18, but predominantly in the United States. And when WrestleMania come about, I don't know about you, but I got my eye on the front row, and I see a lot of people that usually, this is an annual thing for a lot of people, going to WrestleMania and, going to Access and all this stuff like that. And now that it's in a totally a whole different country, halfway across the world, in Saudi Arabia. How do you feel about WrestleMania being in Saudi, man, and sort of yeah, just how you feel about it though,
I
being in
mean,
Saudi.
we talked about it, and I've said it countless times. If we don't start acting right, they're going overseas. They see the crowds, they see these things, and these crowds are treating these wrestlers with the most respect. That I mean, they don't look at all the behind the scenes stuff. They don't look at all the glitz and glamour that are not on social media repetitively and stuff like that. Like you and me, we're content creators in ways, and what's our number one audience is overseas. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, they really look at this thing in like a larger than life perspective. So when you see stuff like this, I remember the rumor was it wasn't necessarily that they were just going to do a full on WrestleMania there. It was going to be a night one in Vegas, night two in Saudi, or something like that. Where the rumor was The Rock was supposed to be
Yeah.
headlining a main event. Um, we might still get it. Might still get it. Rock might build back up to get what, because the rumor has it Saudi's offering some money to get Rock. They getting some money to want the great one. Well, me and you personally say the GOAT, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. But I think it's good for in essence because I know a lot of people are like back and forth when it comes to the women perspective, but in
Mm-hmm.
reality, is it really hurting the women because now women are allowed to perform in Saudi? Women
Yeah.
have been headlining Saudi Arabia shows, stuff like that. Because when they first went to Saudi, there was no women matches, none
Right.
at all. First one, Lacey Evans versus Natty. And then
Mm.
it came more and more and more and more. So it's like when you see what ramifications that we had, why are they not doing it Saudi? Like if the tickets are going to raise up higher than what they're supposedly saying, people are complaining that hey, they can't afford to go to the Vegas ones. They can't afford to go to San Antonio, Seattle, Dallas, all these spots. You
Right.
knew it was going to go overseas eventually. And honestly, WWE was the first ones to really bring an event to Saudi Arabia. So I had a feeling that it was going to eventually get a WrestleMania. Now, did we believe it until it's shown in our face? So it's like, you know, honestly, I thought Puerto Rico would get a WrestleMania first just from the crowd.
Man, Puerto Rico. I thought that. Well,
Actually, I don't know. I
I,
don't know if you can do a full week in Puerto Rico
what
for wrestling.
they
Not for
they
no
did it.
WrestleMania week.
They did it like a little short story on a guy. I don't know if it was maybe I don't. It was maybe like 2 3 years ago. On a guy who always comes to WrestleMania and he sits about front row ish, and he has a sign that says "Bring WrestleMania to Vancouver." Vancouver. I believe that's in Canada, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Bring it to Vancouver. Of course, it been in Toronto, but uh, like, and you mentioned one thing. Yes, Saudi Arabia is definitely bringing out the bag for WWE and trying to get
Back and
all a
forth.
top superstars and
And it's
bring
the
the biggest,
for it. Oh my
yeah, yeah,
God.
and bring the
Okay.
biggest show over. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just yeah, it's business. Yes, the WWE is a business, but I feel like it's just more of a business thing than it ever has been before. Well, next year's WrestleMania that's going back to Las Vegas, and the following WrestleMania that's going to be in Saudi Arabia. I feel like it's more of a business. Stop. I feel like it's more of a business decision rather than like, hey, let's go somewhere that our fans really, really want us to go, and not, it's because of some debt. They ticket prices. Oh, we in debt. Let's go here. Oh, they gonna spend the whole bag on us and everything like that. You know, if I was people in London, even New Orleans, because I mean, look at it, they did get robbed for next year's WrestleMania and to bring back it to Las Vegas. But if I was even one of them, I would be, kind of upset because man, I mean, a lot of people want WrestleMania in London. I mean, I think London WrestleMania in '02
I
would be
want
great.
WrestleMania in DC. I want a WrestleMania.
Look
I
at,
want
yeah,
Orlando again. I mean,
look here. I mean, look,
it's
it's
things
it's
that we
it's it's
want. I
likely
really
to
want
come to
to
Florida. It's likely to come to Florida before he in DC.
I
Let
mean,
us get
yeah,
this
we
new.
get everything else.
Yeah, let us get this new
Bro,
stadium
I'm
here
telling
in
you right now,
DC.
if they
Then
do this remodel in Jacksonville, I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why, because the fucking owner of AEW runs Jacksonville. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to get it at the Jag Stadium, which I get it. But in a perspective of what they're doing with this Saudi Arabia show, Saudi Arabia is a big audience for WWE. If we want to be honest, they built a freaking museum of WWE in their home. Like
yeah,
it was bound to have something, because technically now it's like Orlando to them. It really is. And Saudi
is
Arabia is
it?
like
Is it?
Orlando.
Is it? Or is just that yo
They're
man?
putting
We got
like
so
their
much.
headquarters stamps into the business to where
Look
if
at
you think pro wrestling, you're thinking WWE and Saudi Arabia. You're not thinking
yeah.
of anybody else.
Man, look at I agree with you. You know, on some of the stuff, I literally agree. But I don't think it's more so on the Florida side,
I
like
mean, when have
Orlando.
we
Yeah,
seen
they
a
got
Saudi
their
Arabia show that's been bad?
yeah,
Other
but
than the Goldberg and Undertaker, I know that's going to be the first one everyone's going to say, but
it's
Saudi
it's
shows have been bangers.
no. Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Now, I agree on that though. Like the last couple of ones, has definitely been bangers though. But when they first started going out, them shows was just
Oh, it was
horrible
just
to
house
watch
shows.
though.
They were
They,
house
they were, yeah, they were literally glorified house shows though. But for real, I think
house
this is
shows.
just basically, hey, we got the money, we want to spend it. You know, like we don't give a. To be honest with you, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say, and this is what I'm gonna say because I said it last night. I feel like Saudi Arabia just said fuck you to all the wrestling American fans because we all know that each and every, like I pointed out, what 50 countries all across the world, people fly all across the world to come to WrestleMania, whether you're in Denver, New York, Washington, Florida, it doesn't matter. Brussels, Belgium, whatever. Everybody come across the whole world. Now, I think it's going to be a very bit challenging to get all those die hardcore fans to travel halfway across the world to Saudi Arabia to enjoy the show, and knowing all the background politics that goes on, and women try to stay safe there. So much shit. I think that's going to come into a big factor. Yeah, I think that will be the biggest factor, because even if you are like you and myself, we're big wrestling fans. Let's say, hey, or even watch addicts, appreciate you the comment. Like even we all went to WrestleMania every single year. And in 2 years, hey, it's no different. We're gonna go, and then all of a sudden, it's in Saudi Arabia. Now the whole hotel plans are totally different. The streets, everything, the laws, everything is totally different from over there. Especially if you're a woman who wants to go over there and enjoy yourself. Like so, that's my thing right there. That's why I said that's a big fu because every year you get your wrestling fans from all across the country coming to this one event, and now it's really just going to be mostly Saudi Arabia fans
Do you
there.
think that's why TKO did agree to work with WWE, because they had that big of a connection with Saudi?
I don't. But to be honest with you, it was before
Dana
TKO.
White and Emmanuel said it countless times. They wanted everyone to witness UFC. They wanted everyone to witness mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
Who was
yeah,
the first entertainment platform to get entertainment into Saudi Arabia?
yeah, but I think for real, that was a Vince McMahon thing. I think that was because
it was Vince's already. Because
because
we saw
they
it on Rock.
they started going this they started exactly they started going over there way before the Vince McMahon, he that whole thing before the TKO came involved, all of that stuff. Maybe they was a little bit involved in it or whatever, maybe behind the scenes, Vince and Nick Khan or whatever the case was. But I feel as though that was the main reason of the situation. Yeah, Vince McMahon had a big old thing, and I think WWE was like, "Yo, we got a market there. They got money. They willing to spend money to keep bringing the product back."
numbers, but he saw that was a big audience rating in Saudi at that
I
time.
don't know about big audience ratings. I think it was just a money thing. That's what I think it was. Because for real, I don't even think the ratings was just through the roof. I don't think it was through the roof to where they all sat down at the board table at the meeting.
Amusement park, they forked out $97 million.
My point. That's my point. My point is
Pokemon theme park.
Yeah, that's my point though. That all that money just for a Pokemon
theme park. I'd want to go to that.
All that money for a Pokemon theme park, all that money just to bring WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble hit it. It wasn't a thing that was like, yo, wow, like man, Saudi Arabia, boy, they is off the chain. They really want it over Leon France, over Florida. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna go to Pokemon. I'm gonna go.
Do you think WWE moves the Mania dates around a few weeks for Mania 43? They did this year. Yeah, I know that they moved WrestleMania, but the reason why I believe they moved WrestleMania, not believe, it was one of the reasons why they did move it was because WrestleMania 40 that weekend and that time frame that they did that was in the same weekend as the NCAA Final Four, and then they didn't want everything to clash in that weekend. But the crazy thing was that they moved it back. The date that they did this past year, earlier this year, was that it was on Easter Sunday too. So it was kind of like, which I think is going to still be around the same time next year. Yeah. But a couple of people did, with it being in Las Vegas too.
Like, what are you doing on a Sunday night? Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. In Las Vegas though, in the Las Vegas time zone, it's a little tricky. Start a little earlier. So that was the only thing though.
How do you feel that the time zones are based off of where they're at? Because even though back then we were still programmed 8 or 9 o'clock. It wasn't because they're in London, we're going at 7 or
look at.
I kind of like it early.
I remember years before the network, before anything.
It was just pre-taped all the time.
Yeah, I remember that too. Pre-taped on the Tuesdays, came on Thursdays or Fridays. Yeah, I remember that.
Tuesday, watch yourself on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. I remember it was an email sent out a long time ago. I just read it, but it's just stuck with me now because of what they're doing. And the email said, "Would you still watch WWE or any?" Oh yeah, we're gonna get in the actually hold up. You go back to the undisputed
Sugar Water Champion. I like that one. It would be Prime. It would be Sugar Prime Champion.
Yeah, that's crazy. Christy, what's going on? No, they sent out a like, I think it was a survey or whatnot, but it said that would you still indulge into the product, still watch it or whatever if it came on at different time zones, 1 o'clock. I mean, not different time zones, but different times, 1 o'clock, 4, 7, etc. And then of course, us here in America, on the East Coast, it came on at 8 o'clock. Nothing. 7 if it was 7 if it was WrestleMania or whatever like that. But nah, man. Now since little man is in school, if it ain't on the weekend, man, it's a little tough. Trying to watch it early in the day.
When I would tell you, like, bro, you would appreciate these weekends so much more.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, essence, it's good that we got wrestling all week, but now it's hard for me to keep up with it. It's hard for me to watch WWE, AEW, TNA, all these things. Like, it's just a lot. I mean, dude, I can only sit at TVs for so long nowadays. Like, I got my weekends now where I have them. I'm doing something. I only got so much time and freedom, so I'm like, I gotta do all my errands and all that. I could probably put it on TV and listen through the day or whatever. But I mean, yeah. I think it's a good thing in the same way, essence, because like we just said, if it's earlier, we can watch it because it's not, oh man, 8 o'clock. Oh man, I'm gonna be dead tired. I ain't gonna be able to watch this. Even if it's good, I'm done.
Yeah, I know. For me though, like I prefer to watch it
later. Parent perspective, I get there's a lot of watch all this shit all the damn time, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I prefer to watch it a little later on in the day, and because Not only that, yeah, I am a night owl, but man, I don't want that. Like that's even when we was doing the commission on Wednesdays at 5. So we'll pull up here about 4:30, quarter to 5. I'm not trying to come in here rush. I got stuff I'm trying to do. I got to get them situated, wash the clothes, take shower, all that, and relax.
I would log into the computer and I got my phone just to keep
Yeah,
it
I'm not.
live.
Yeah, bro, like I'm sweaty and all that. And I'm just sitting here doing a podcast that I ain't really trying to do at the moment though. Like nah. So yeah, like I prefer it to come on later on in the day because then I could just relax. Lil Man and them, they'll be asleep. It won't be so much in the background that I gotta be doing. So that's one reason though. But yeah, I enjoy it coming on late. That means that year in 2027, I know Chrissy says she's not happy about WrestleMania. I know a lot of people not happy about WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia. That means it'll come on like 1 o'clock in the afternoon though. That's super fucking early. Yeah, that's super early, bro.
Yeah, wow. I think that's what.
What you could just do is. What you could do, a lot of people may do, is just turn it on a little late.
Well, here's the thing where we
read the comment. What did he say?
Made this comment. I like
say it again.
Because he talks about indie
I'm convinced for all that
indie on WrestleMania weekend. Well,
I think
Saudi Arabia only knows one wrestling. They only know WWE. They don't know anything else. So. Let's go, boys. Miami. Touchdown, baby.
That is true because there is a lot of, wrestling stuff, surrounding that weekend or whatever though, like that. I mean, they just still do it. They just probably
take advantage of it.
It's the biggest. It's the biggest.
Take over it. Take
it's the biggest wrestling weekend of the year. So that's 2 years. So from now, I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out.
Just us or anything, but I do feel like WrestleMania could be almost bigger than the Super Bowl because
I believe it is, in my opinion.
We've had the build for it, and look at the buy rates that we've had for the last 3 WrestleManias.
The biggest thing about the Super Bowl, in my opinion, is the halftime show.
And it's been dead. It's been dead for a while.
But I feel like with WWE now, with it being on ESPN, they're going to make it as big as the Super Bowl. I think they're going to have performances and stuff like that. With it being on ESPN.
That's why ESPN got on with WWE. Outdrawn the sports.
Yep. Because, man, if
you tell me a wrestling company from decades ago could outdraw sporting events, come on.
And then,
even the Final Four. Even though the Final Four was going on, WWE ratings did not drop at all. All. So when you come into the essence, when we talk about, they're competing with college football, they're competing with all these certain things, you could tell they wanted to join with them. So in a way, it doesn't kill their product at the same time.
Okay. Hey, man, that's what's up. So we got a couple of years for that WrestleMania and Saudi Arabia.
For Saudi Arabia show gonna be.
What was the theme song? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a theme song for some, artists over there in their country and stuff like that.
It'll be over there
and then I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a mixture. They're gonna have someone from their country obviously do the national anthem and performances, and then they're gonna
represent us to sing the song.
You said who going Jelly Roll?
You're going to have Jelly Roll singing a Saudi Arabia song?
No. I'm saying they're going to have both. They're going to have something, from America's side, who does the national anthem from America, the national anthem from Saudi, and a performance,
That's a debate,
a performance that is going to resonate with the American audience, and then you have a performance that's going to resonate with the Saudi Arabia, obviously, and Saudi Arabia, shit like that. So, I just don't.
If you're a marketing specialist, if you want us to buy these WrestleMania tickets, tell us we can go to the Pokemon theme park and Dragon Ball Z theme park. Free. We're paying enough.
Bring WrestleMania to DC, man. I'll be happy with that, man. And they already started turning down the stadium too.
What venue you got for like a WrestleMania?
What venue? What you mean?
Is it like a WrestleMania type venue, or is
Oh,
it
oh,
like
oh,
a
oh, 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 oh.
building?
What I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, it's a football stadium. It's where the Washington Commanders or the Washington Redskins used to play at back in the day. They won a Super Bowl back in '92 there at the RFK Stadium, which
Hey,
is
you
like
got a
what
resume
20,
right there. Y'all won Super
which
Bowl.
is like
There you
20
go.
minutes from here. They already started turning it down, so it's
Y'all
supposed to be
one
a
up
new
on me, Dre.
stadium.
I don't
Yeah,
know what a Super Bowl is. We don't know. We don't know.
yeah.
We
They
don't
they,
know.
they building it and
And that Duval, we don't know. We don't know.
yeah. Supposed to look nice. They talk about bringing a Super Bowl here, WrestleMania. At least that's what the mayor said. And
We got one of
NCAA
the
Final
worst Super
Four.
Bowls.
Yeah. So
It's
we'll
still hard to
see.
believe Jacksonville had a Super Bowl.
Hey man, look here.
That's when that
We'll,
stadium was like garbage.
we'll see. We'll see. You're not getting into nothing, are you?
The
What's in your
downfall of
hands?
Terrell. It was
Grapes.
sad.
Why you
Sad
eating all the
story.
grapes? Let me get one.
How's he hanging in school?
He getting the hang of it now. He getting the hang of it.
Mama getting better at it?
Oh, but you know what? We can get into that. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna say the dad little rant in a little bit. All right, but we're gonna move on, you guys, man. We're gonna move on. All right, last night, of course, it was SmackDown, and also it was Worlds Collide. AAA had another event which was phenomenal, definitely phenomenal. But at the end, to cap it all off, man, you had Vikingo taking on Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and boy, oh boy, I keep saying it, and I keep saying it. The rise of Dirty Dominic Mysterio has begun. Now, I believe it has officially begun. Now, Finn Balor, in a way, I thought he was going to sabotage Dirty Dom because he was like, yo, you go out there and do it on your own. But then all of a sudden, you saw JD and you saw Finn Balor out there. So I was thinking, like, y'all not about to turn on the Mizzy. But,
the
say it
way that
again.
they're doing it right now, I think
Yeah.
they could really do a stretch with it, like be a build for Royal Rumble. You might see a
It's
little bit of a Easter egg. I mean, the way they're talking about with Jay right now, like they can just play that long stretch. Don't rush it. Just let it sink in. The thing
Yeah.
that they're doing with Dom right now, when it does happen, I never
And the
thought I
crazy
would say
thing
it.
is,
If you play shorts that we had over 3 years ago, would we ever say Dom is going to be the guy very, very soon? The guy
no,
that lives off chicken nuggets and chicken wings. He don't need a vegetable in his life. He has a mustache that looks like somebody had a broken horseshoe around his lip. Like, there's just different things about this guy that you would look at and go, there ain't no way in hell. But we're here.
yeah.
We're
But
here. The representation of AAA wrestling right now, my goodness, bro.
yeah, I feel like it already have started though in a way though.
I
Each and
want him
every
to wrestle
week.
in that mask more. I love it. That was
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. I feel like the rise of Dirty Dominic Mysterio has already begun. It definitely, sort of. It was. I think it was a what they call it, a pilot. I think the pilot was at WrestleMania, where he won the Intercontinental Championship. You saw the fans react to him, and it was just like, "Yo, that's what's up." The guy who comes out there
The
and
action
get
was
all
bigger
the
than
heat,
the
you know.
title
Yeah, I know.
because it wasn't
The,
projected.
yeah, the guy who comes out there and gets heat, fans boo him out the building, man. And for WrestleMania to happen and winning the Intercontinental Championship and him getting the reception was phenomenal. And even him going over to AAA and still getting the monster receptions, over Vikingo, which I thought that's shocking though, But him winning the title, the AAA Mega Championship, Dirty Dominic Mysterio is definitely on the rise to be one of the greatest, if not probably the greatest Mysterio. Maybe
You think
get
he
on
would
the
ever
level
said
as
that?
big as
Do
Eddie.
you ever think he would have said that?
I
He'll
mean,
be better than Ray. When we looked at Dom at first,
see,
I looked at Dom like, yeah, he can go, you can match up, whatever. But you're in a big wall coming in right off the rip. You're going to be labeled as your dad. You're tall.
stop.
You're you're more lankier. Like, I don't know if he's per se more in shape than his dad, but ring wise, he's there.
Yeah.
Dom is got condition of cardio like no other. He'll make
Mm.
anybody go, hey man, maybe I can live off that diet eating chicken wings and chicken nuggets all day.
You,
Like,
you, I'm typically not the guy that really be like, well, like I sort of give it all a chance. I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm the wrestling fan that just gives it a chance, man. I've been through the thick and thin, bro. And ever since I started watching in late 90 or early 98, somewhere around that time, I've been watching. A lot of people I talk to who, left off, obviously they had puberty, they had girlfriends, they played sports, life happened, whatever.
you
They
got
come in and
Jackson
out of
on
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been in it through it all. And trust me, I give a lot of shit a chance, though. And yeah, I
We
just
got
give it a
more
chance.
patience.
Yeah, I got a lot of patience with it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. But Dirty
Test
Dom,
drive it for a
but
little bit before we buy.
exactly. When Dirty Dom first came in, a lot of people was like, yo, you need to go down to NXT. And I'm like, I mean, he learned from his father. He's like a Hall of Famer right there. Like, you don't need to go down there. Like, he good. And then, the whole Judgment Day shit happened. Actually, what happened was he told his father, go fuck yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Kicked him in the nuts and then turned him edge and everything because he kept choosing his Rey Mysterio kept choosing Edge over his son, and he was just like, "Fuck it, man, I'm gonna be a man." And of course, the Judgment Day happened, and man, I had a whole lot of hopes, highs for Dirty Dominic though, but
Here's the big
just to see where it's going now.
His heel run.
Out the window, man, close it.
Do we believe Dom's heel run that
Close
as
it.
good as it was? Do you think he could have done that on his own from the start?
No, not at
So
all.
he had to have Rhea in
He
the
had to go.
Judgment Day?
I think that's just with anybody. You got to go through the ringers, though. You got to go through it, especially when you're a second generation superstar.
Interaction with the the silence. In a way, he would have got the essence like the Miz. Miz was the most hated guy for 2 years, solid. If
Tyler, what's
anybody
going on?
faced the Miz, everyone picked anyone that was facing the Miz. So it's like that's where I got that with Dominic at first, and then going with Rhea, it just made a great mold because it was a reverse story of what Eddie became.
Yeah,
Nobody gave a damn about Eddie until him and China started together.
true. That's true shit right there. Yeah,
Let's be real.
yeah.
Eddie didn't get the motivational shine until after he got to really challenge himself and test it with China. Like when China involved him and everything like that, that's when the story started heating it up.
Yeah, Eddie was, I think, the first one to show he had a personality and a character because they all came in as the radicals, but it was like, okay, so which one of us got some personality?
A bunch of guys that could wrestle.
Yeah, it was a bunch of guys who could wrestle. Yeah, cruiserweight. Yeah, so Eddie came. I don't remember exactly how it lined up, but I do. Hey, Mama Sita, bought you some flowers, and it caught on, and everybody loved the China. So it was like, oh, Mama Sita.
But it was good.
And it was entertaining. So yeah, man, Dirty Dominic is definitely about to shoot through the moon with this one, though. For real, it's going to be something. Even this past week on Monday Night Raw, prime example. It was during a commercial break in the U.S. A lot of people didn't see it, but if you was watching the Netflix international version of Monday Night Raw, where pretty much there's no commercial, but during one of the commercial breaks where Vic Joseph, NXT commentary, shout out to Vic Joseph and Booker T, boy, it felt like I was watching NXT last night on SmackDown. They mashed so well together. I love them. But we're gonna get into that
on that show.
We gonna get into that. But a promo during the break where Dirty Dominic barely couldn't get any words out. They just kept chanting his name, Dirty Dom, whatever like that. So
that's that Viking guy. Like,
Vikingo. Yeah. So yeah, Dirty Dom is on the rise, man. Dirty Dom. I said something about Booker T. Are you digging the commentary, man, or what? What happened?
All I know is I saw a short where it sounded like he said the D instead of the neck. And that part was just like, it didn't sound like neck. And then I went back and reversed it. I'm like, did he just say this on TV? And then it said neck. And I'm like, well, it's got two perspectives.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I did. He was like, she popping that neck.
The reason why you you could think he might have said the other because Tiffany Stratton came out.
Oh yeah. Because he said I'm popping the neck something out. I don't know, but Booker T,
We're gonna
he
say that
off.
he said neck just to save him
Yeah,
because social media is a danger thing for
yeah.
superstars.
He going wild with it, man. He is definitely going wild with it though. But yeah,
Like
great
Cole and them
commentary.
said, yeah, they're free to talk about some stuff, but I don't know if Booker's supposed to be speaking of that.
I mean, but what he said wrong if he said popping the neck, right?
Oh, I'm popping my neck. It
Yeah,
sounded
he
like
said
he
I'm
said
popping
the
my
other.
neck.
He
You
said
know,
it sounded like
when
the other at first. When I scrolled quick, I was like, hold up, go back. What did you say?
mm, okay, all right. Okay, man. Yeah, that's a cool. Excuse me.
That was funny, man.
Yeah, cool,
How do you feel about that though? You know, seeing NXT now, they're gonna have a homecoming show. Not only that, bro, we got Tyler Breeze back.
bro.
Tyler
That's
Breeze came back, and I don't know if he got the best reaction,
well,
but the same essence.
yeah,
Tyler
but
Breeze is back in
that's
WWE.
that's cool that you talk about too. We could actually segue right into that one though. Of course, NXT
Oh, that is the
Homecoming.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for that one,
I'm
man.
ready.
Like,
I want to see Finn. I want to really see all the original NXT guys in this thing because who
yeah,
would have thought all the NXT guys that were first molded that really got that opportunity to really be that NXT group are the guys that are carrying WWE right now.
yeah, but a lot of
And
those
high level.
yeah, and a lot of those NXT guys are OG Black and Gold ones. They're not here too. You know, if you think about it from a different perspective, though, of course Enzo, Big Cass, they no longer here. FTR, they no longer here. Undisputed Era, they not here. Keith Lee, I mean, we got Meecham. I guess he could show up.
We need
You know, we ain't got really a lot of we got a lot of the 2.0 guys, maybe, you know, from that,
the
you know.
Shield boys other than
Yeah.
Dean.
I don't know.
I don't really want Dean back, so you
Yeah, we
know,
ain't got
go
really the
enjoy your
Wyatts. We got the
hardcore
Wyatt
matches. You can stay
six,
there. You can stay there.
but yeah, man. But I'm excited for it. Like you mentioned, Tyler Breeze coming out. It shocked the hell out of me. I guess the guy
And
still
his
works
original
for.
entrance because
Yeah, with the selfie
he's not
stick and
signed
everything.
by WWE.
Bruh, I felt like I was in 2015, man.
Yes,
I felt like I was in
bro.
2015 watching Tyler
How
Breeze,
many of
man.
us had a camera, had our phone? Every time you see Tyler Breeze on the thing, it's like, man, this is the most simplest thing, but it works. He was doing
Yeah,
it relatable to what the audience, the cool part of the audience at the time. What was the biggest thing? Selfie sticks and stuff like that.
yeah, it
That he
was.
had sold out in merch buying selfie sticks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it was simple stuff that really got over at that time because they were understanding their audience. One reason why NXT was so good at that time is because they could relate to the audience all around.
Mm-hmm. And not only
Tyler Breeze
that,
with the selfie stick,
yeah,
Enzo and
and
Cass, they were working with the hip hop gimmick, but it made sense of what they were doing.
and
You
and,
had
and
a
another reason.
loudmouth trash talker, then you had the big guy that's
Mm-hmm.
that bruiser look.
Yeah, another reason I believe NXT was so
FTR,
successful in
one
the
of the
black
best
and
fucking
gold.
tags.
Yeah, the reason why NXT I believe was so successful in the black and gold version was because
It was
they are even today's NXT. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, in a way still the same, but they're in one location. They're in one location and they're not traveling, you know, to different cities. Just imagine some of those gimmicks and some of those stories. You know, they wouldn't have got over in Denver the same week it got over in Orlando.
exactly.
It wouldn't have got over in the same way. So I feel like that was a huge way. That's old school. That's really that's Triple H, Dusty Rhodes. They were really old school about that concept because if you really think of it, man, and yeah, they went city, they toured places, but I mean, if they went to Atlanta center stage, you know, they filmed the whole, you know, month worth of TV there. You feel me? So you had the same crowd, you know, so that same energy was still in the building, you know, from week to week into week, you know, it's a little different. So yeah, I think that was
But man, did that crowd go from dead tired to like amazing last night on SmackDown when Cody came out. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. WWE, bro. It
they did
was
pop.
run by two guys, Roman and Cody. I don't care what anyone else is trying to tell me. It was proof last night. After that crowd, I get it. Randy Orton, I love Randy. Randy Orton is literally one of my favorite wrestlers by far, ever. Cena, Orton, and then obviously they're right under the Rock. But that part where Cody came out was the perfect timing. And when you did your watch along, and I saw the short, and I'm like, oh, this is, I think they got to do something. Wrestlepaloza's next weekend.
Yeah, Triple H already announced it on
Cody was revealed that he's gonna be at Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
SmackDown needs that rating back up real quick.
Yeah.
Cody basically that building lost it.
From what you just said, it was boring. Basically, it was boring. It was some parts that was really like the whole Brock Lesnar and R-Truth.
Randy Orton match was great.
Yeah, it was. Really the Brock Lesnar R-Truth segment, it wasn't as entertaining. Hold on, just I know. Just a second. It wasn't as entertaining as the first segment that they had years back with Brock Lesnar and R-Truth and R-Truth.
Like they were really trying to
like that. It wasn't.
Understand this is the problem I think that Brock's not getting. Brock can't relate to the newer audience. Like even though R-Truth has been out for so long, R-Truth is trying to bring out Ron Killings, and I think they're trying to go with a split personality, aka that's what they're doing with Bailey, and I love what they're doing with Bailey right now. And Montez, we see what he's doing on YouTube right now. Like
YouTube, what? I gotta check that out. There,
he's doing some monologues on his social media.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
But when you look at the things when you go with Brock and Truth, Brock couldn't even say Ron Killings for a while, but Truth is so damn good with the crowd, and I think they got a rejuvenation for his, his pop factor, because after his quote unquote release, and I feel like the fans are like, hey man, we gotta cheer for this guy, or they're gonna let him go. And I think that's what the whole storyline was for it right at that time. It's like, hey man, y'all say y'all like this man, so we're gonna bring him back, but we're gonna see if y'all really can stand up to what y'all are saying. No. And I think that's where I feel like they're going with Truth. But the Ron Killings thing is just not sticking off the rip. But the Ron Cena chance last night was great. Ron Cena. Hold on, wasn't there a chant for therapy and all this other crap in wrestling? Like,
that was stupid.
What other entertainment factor can you get chants like that?
That was stupid. Okay, all right. I want to say something real fast though. Okay, R-Truth seems to have a connection with John Cena. Whether that's his big brother, his childhood hero, his godfather, whatever it is, R-Truth is connected to John Cena whatsoever. I don't know. John obviously, attempted the heel thing. We went over that. R-Truth, the heel persona. And it seemed as though it was a copycat version of, what John was going through. Like, it was kind of like a movie in a way, like, hey, in a way, it's kind of like twins. A twin know what the other twin is feeling, or dealing with, going through, or what's on their mind or whatever. And it's, in a way, it's kind of like that in a way. So Cena heel, R-Truth gonna be a heel. You gonna be an asshole, which he was for a little bit, but everybody loved R-Truth. The same way with John Cena. Everybody loved John Cena. Nobody really wanted to boo John Cena.
Be a good heel if they let him.
Yeah, he can if they let him though.
Him and Miz, bro, good.
If they let him though. However,
is as freaking
let me say
chicken on Thanksgiving.
Let me say this though before I forget though. Let me say this before I forget though. I believe that what it is with the whole segment, in my opinion, was kind of cringeworthy. It was cringeworthy because R-Truth comes out there. He's been comedic. He's R-Truth. He's gonna do what he do. He's gonna do his stick. Try to get you to laugh, get the fans laugh or whatever. He sort of did. Ron Cena. That was all cool. But I think it was Brock Lesnar's part, from him being away from WWE, obviously for 2 years. Not only that, he been away for 2 years, to come back to WWE. And yo, like, I mean, a lot of the promos are just like, hey, look at hit this point, hit this point, hit this point, and we out of here.
That's how
So
Brock's always.
it's not necessarily verbatim how Vince McMahon had it. And not only that, he had Paul Heyman with him before, I believe before he left, or sort of.
Yeah.
But either way, he had Paul Heyman who's to talk for him, and it's not like Brock Lesnar was just going in circles. Okay, so what's your name? Look at, you know his name. Don't be like that. Don't do truth like that. What's his name? Who are you? I don't even know your
They
name.
kind of got off chemistry a
Yeah,
little bit.
it was a
When he said
little.
R-Truth, Ron Cena and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so that
But
was
I think the crowd saved him in a way too because they knew.
no. You know what saved him? His pants getting ripped was
Oh yeah,
saving
his
him.
pants got ripped.
His
Which is
pants
crazy
ripped.
because Brock was supposed to be the bad guy, the bully, the heel, whatever.
Yeah,
And
but
he ripped his pants doing an F5,
yeah,
and
but
that
Brock.
was the pop factor.
Yeah, but Brock is one of those other guys too. Is beloved. Like I think we living in a different world in wrestling to where it's like we are. Someone said this. I don't know if you are a big fan of Denzel Washington or whatnot. I know some of people, big fans of Denzel. Why King Kong ain't got shit on. Yeah, we all know Denzel. But Denzel said one thing, and I think it's really phenomenal, though. You know, a TV star is like your cousin. Actually, no, hold on, wait a minute. No, the TV star is basically your brother, your sister.
Yeah.
You turn on the TV and they on TV every single day. You come to know them. Like we watch wrestling every single week. We come to know these characters and love these characters like they're our family to us. Like one of them passed, we sharing tears and everything. Never met them before and all that. But movie stars is a cousin that you only see once a year, twice a year. So it's like you got to go to the movies. The movie stars have a different connection with the audience than the TV superstar. Like a TV, you turn on your TV, you're home, boom. The movies, you got to go out. I know it's a little different now when it comes streaming, but you got to go out. You got to pay some money. A friend or two, you sit there and watch that movie. You may not see him in another movie until next year or later on this year or whatever like that. Now, with WWE, the same thing I was just saying. They're TV superstars, rock stars. We come to love these superstars so much, and they are beloved to us to where it's like nowadays, if you gotta suck ass for us to really boo you though. Like you gotta be bad. Like you like Brock Lesnar is such of a star. He been around so in what 2 years. Minus the whole allegation situation, if that's what you want to talk about. But we want to cheer.
You just said that. I think the funny thing is with Brock, and I think with anyone, even with Vince, if Vince came out, would Vince get a pop?
Yes, he would.
Like,
Yes, he
exactly.
would. Because it's our memory. It's not. Well, I want you to finish that.
Comes out, Brock gets a reaction like no other.
And it's not about. Oh, we giving him a reaction because like that's the thing.
Because you didn't expect it.
No, it's that too. It's a bunch of things. The shock factor. It's the memory. Like this man came out right now. We all go pop because for one, the memories we had with Vince McMahon, the memories with Stone Cold and Vince, the stuff that Stone Cold and The Rock and Vince McMahon did, all the stuff you gonna have.
Stardust. Who was Brock's first win for a championship?
The Rock.
Annihilated our guy.
Yeah.
Our guy.
So
I remember when Brock came back and faced Undertaker on this, I was like, there was rumors having that Rock and Brock were supposed to be a main event at WrestleMania. And I kept believing like that would make sense for The Rock to come back. It's going to be against Brock because they have that history. We have that stuff. And then they've only had that one match. So I always thought when The Rock was going to come back, he was going to face Brock. Because it only made sense at the time, especially when Brock was on a wrecking ball record at that time.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
And then when he came back to Cena and stuff like that, I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's relatable. That's cool and stuff like that. I always wanted to see The Rock versus Brock way before Rock and Roman because there was a story with that. There was a whole history with it. Rock turned heel on that night, like without even being a bad guy. Like it was just like certain things. Like when you see the dynamics of what Brock has done, everyone could sit here and say Brock can't wrestle, Brock can't do this, Brock can't do this. Brock is one of the most believable pro wrestlers on this planet. When you look at him, you're just like, how are you alive? What were you made out of? Like, did someone take you in a lab and became, hey, I'm gonna put this mixture of a pro wrestler, an amateur wrestling background, all these little things, and that's what you get Brock Lesnar. And just looking at his stats, man, Brock Lesnar with gyroticulitis almost made the NFL. The only reason why he didn't make it is because of his health issue. And he's won a UFC championships. Like when we talk about certain people and when we when we hear Matt Riddle talking stuff, I really don't believe he would be whooping Brock Lesnar's ass like everyone else.
Now the only one that I know we talked about, hey, you know, these guys are so beloved.
Be stepping in no bar with no Brock Lesnar.
Nah, not Brock Lesnar or the APA. He ain't getting in no bar fight with them. But I was saying, you know, like Vince McMahon coming back. Of course, he come back, he gonna get a bigger reaction. But it also gonna be people online like, oh yeah, even the same way it was with Brock Lesnar. You know, Brock Lesnar and stuff like that. But one person did sort of make a little return earlier this year before he passed away. Hulk Hogan came, he was showed up at that Raw on Netflix and got booed out the building. So I guess one guy just can't get over that. It was like, oh, time passed, time heals everything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it healed Hulk Hogan because people, no offense, but I'm just saying, like, people was mad.
I didn't understand that. Like, when you look at Hogan's perspective and you look at some other guys, Hogan didn't kill nobody. Like, I get Hogan did some bad things. Like, who hasn't in life? Like, we look at it and, like, certain things.
Chris Benoit and Hogan, it seems like wrestling fans are not going to forgive them two.
Oh, I can't forgive Chris Benoit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
your family. I mean, sorry, man. I can't. I'm not supporting murder. I can't at all.
Yeah.
The no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, we're not gonna. It's no argument that he was a great superstar.
I was a Benoit, and I can't even watch his matches just because. That was a very, very messed up situation.
Yeah, we're not arguing that he was a great wrestler. No, but the human being version.
The human being version.
Yeah, it was a little.
Do you compare Hogan to that?
No, I don't. No, I just made the comment because of what Hulk Hogan.
What I'm saying is when we look at that, like what we just said, Vince would get a pop, Brock would get a pop, but if Hogan got out there.
But what Rock do? What Rock do? Oh, I mean, I guess
I guarantee you is not just going to get booed out.
Yeah, Rock ain't really over with the wrestling community. How he just left a lot of us high and dry. So I guess he is kind of like hated with the
fans in the stands, or is it just that we're on social media? Because
I think it's both.
Alabama told us differently when Cody said, "Hey, I'm not going to face Roman at WrestleMania." Alabama. It was because it was The Rock. It was a shock. Nobody saw this coming.
Now, hear me out though. Like I just said though, it's more about the nostalgia in a way because, like I just said, Vince McMahon would get a pop just because of who he is and the memories that we have with him. Same thing with Stone Cold. Same thing with The Rock and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. It was more people that just was like, the times we live in, that's not acceptable. And of course, you got some of those people like, shout out to my guy, Deshaun Whip Dog, man. He's like one of the biggest Hulk Hogan fans, stuff like that. But it's just like, hey.
Pull back from it. So.
Yeah, to each his own, though. My man Tyler said, look, I think TKO ruined pro wrestling. Mark in WWE period. I'm not hating on WWE. Oh, I mean, I don't know about they ruined WWE. It is a couple of stuff that TKO has done, in the wrestling market. Okay, yeah, it's some stuff that they have done.
I say it's too soon. I still think it's still very new. TKO, they know what WWE is bringing money-wise to them now. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think UFC's drawing as much numbers as what they're doing with WWE. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
they're not.
Like,
Nah.
if you could put WWE headline on a Monday Night Raw and compete with Monday Night Football and it not really lose that much of a rating, there's something there. But if I put UFC on the same night as a football game's always winning that.
I mean, football's going to win in general, though. But I get what you're saying, though. I really do. But I want to say something to this, though. I don't think
Like you
TKO.
put the Simpsons on. Like Simpsons are going to be watched, but you're going to watch the football game too.
I don't think TKO is ruining WWE. I just think that
too much out of it.
Well, I mean, from a business perspective, though, I know, a lot of people wouldn't relate to that, but just from a business perspective, though, wrestling is where it's at. Yeah. Wrestling is where it's at. So as much as people, like non-wrestling fans, try to diss wrestling. Oh, it's predetermined. Oh, yeah, but these motherfuckers are pulling in bread. I think a valuable scene on it was real fast. The Heels TV show that was on Stars, which I hope it get picked up. It was a scene where it was some executives. They was coming in and they was looking into wrestling, and the company announced to them, to their knowledge, they was like, yo, man, it's really big money in the wrestling. Like, people really love this. Like, and it is, though. TKO, I mean, with the merger and all that, they realizing, like, look here, we got something. We really got something, for WWE on our hands. Obviously,
Dana actually takes that perspective and is actually acknowledging it now, because Dana used to shit on pro wrestling.
Yeah. Like, it's
Ari Emanuel.
Boy, if you just
he was with The Rock,
you ain't even gotta be a fan. You could just see 15 seconds.
That does the show? What's the guy that does the shows? Ariel.
From Fox. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
On pro wrestling, and now he's gotten, and he talks about it like, man, it's like me when I was a kid again.
All you gotta do is see 15 seconds of a clip from Lyon, France, or Paris, France, or from WrestleMania, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, dude, like, this is amazing. Like, you would thought it was like a soccer match or a football. Nah, bro. This was it. I'm watching a GCW show right now. Hey, that's what's up. And look at, I hope Natalya keep her GCW gimmick, man. She did win her match last night at AAA.
I will honestly say this, and there's ways that you got to say it too, because Natty has a training, but it's a private invite only training session. I've had the privilege of being in it. And seeing what Natty is doing with pro wrestling, not just WWE. Natty invites independent wrestlers, talent that they feel like can be in different things and stuff like that. For Natty to still be relevant to this day, as long as she's been wrestling, and for her to get a rejuvenation, and everyone's still putting eyes. In a way, WWE is doing smart with this too, letting Natty test the waters on other independents, because guess what? That brings the indies back into the WWE stratosphere. If we really want to be blunt, one wrestler that brought independent audiences back into pro wrestling is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, man, I gotta say, that's literally every corporation, every business is about power and money.
Especially this era right now. If you're not drawing money, there's no platform
that's literally what it's about. And I was saying earlier, I don't know if you was in here for the conversation earlier, but appreciate you tapping in. Definitely make sure you subscribe, Tyler. But what I was saying, man, earlier is that, I feel like, the whole WrestleMania thing going, for WrestleMania 43 in Saudi, that's just a money thing, a straight old money thing. It wasn't like a real, like, hey, you know what, man? What city we haven't been to?
They were talking about, this is blood money. This is
whether it is or isn't, could be, which I think is just a money deal, whatever the case.
At first, but we watched the Saudi shows just as like we watched.
I mean, we're gonna watch them, but we're gonna, regardless of if they are blood money or whatever the case, whatever the shit is, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it.
It's like candy, you ain't supposed to have it, but you're like,
you're gonna watch it. Yes. You're going to watch it. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it though. Like, yeah, if it coming on a strange time, yeah, 1 o'clock, you might be like, yeah, I'll catch it later. But
I'll watch the
we're
rerun.
gonna watch it though. Like, so yeah, it's a lot of it. Yeah, yeah, money and power. That's what it seems like. To me though, I have been WWE fan all my life. Me too.
Yes, man.
Me
Good,
too.
man. That's good.
Me too. I think TKO and WWE should buy TNA, which I think they already have done.
I think
Low
they are.
key,
I
they probably
think
just ain't even
when they
announced
say
it.
that partnership, I think it's just the headline, like what they're doing with it. I think what they're doing with TNA right now
TNA is
is
better
not.
than AEW right now, in my opinion.
Honestly, dude, look what they're doing with AAA wrestling. This could have just been like what AEW does with a Ring of Honor. But what they're doing with AAA wrestling right now, bringing them not only into the US, giving them a lot of showcase. Like they could have gone over there and put their WWE talent and just put over every single WWE guy over on that show because they get more watching off of the WWE platform. But what they're doing, and it is smart, they're watching AAA Pro Wrestling off of YouTube, just basic, easy markets, because now they're gonna draw that audiences and stuff like that. We will see AAA Pro Wrestling getting a network eventually. We will see TNA getting a full-on network eventually. What they're doing right now with these guys right now, I feel like is doing very smart
Me
marketing.
personally, though, I'll just besides TNA, I'll keep AAA just how it is,
Bro,
just exactly how it is.
I
Because
love that it's not just flippy dippy. That's
what
something
you
I was
mean?
very
Oh,
iffy
oh,
on.
oh, oh, oh. Okay, I got you. I got
I
you. I got you.
love that
Nah,
it's
but I think that's
they're really
CMLL though.
focusing on characters now,
Yeah, but I think
and I love it.
I think that's CMLL though. That's like really, really, really flippy though. But I mean, some of those
Triple H used to
guys,
be very, very,
yeah, nah,
they
I
used to
believe it
be
though.
very, very.
Yeah, nah, I would keep it on
Ever
WWE's
since
YouTube
Cody
channel.
took it, I think they've been more character based.
I'll keep it on their YouTube channel. I say if they get their own, they on their own, they ain't gonna get as much as of a viewership than they would on WWE's platform.
You
Now
see the pop that
TNA,
Iguana guy gets every time he's on a SmackDown or Raw now. Like
yeah,
it's
but I
coming.
don't think,
It's
yeah, but I
coming,
don't
man.
think, yeah, it could, yeah, but I don't think not one guy on that roster is a household name. Now they may be a household name in Mexico, but I'm talking
Oh,
about you want to resonate now in
that's why
America
they're doing
and
what they're doing right
so
now.
that's why
When
I
they
think they
get
should
that,
leave it
just
on
like
the
they did with
WWE's.
NXT,
Leave it on
just
WWE's
like what they
YouTube
did with
channel.
that.
Leave it on their YouTube channel. So you let the WWE audience get exposed to them, and then let one of those guys become household names through WWE, and I think that would be cool. Tyler said, "Look, I'm not hating on anybody or anything. Yeah, I got you.
No,
I
we ain't
got you now,
judging
man.
them
We all know. We all know, man. Couple
We
haters.
chilling today, man. We just talking
Couple
our junk.
haters. Couple haters. Yeah, man. Hey, look here. That's gonna be what's up, man. That's when. Yeah, I think they low key bought TNA. TNA been way better than AEW, man. I don't know. It's so
What about
funny.
like the reveal, like how they're doing Joe Hendry? Like it's like literally like a Batman signal coming out every time. They're like, Joe Hendry's not showing up, and then Joe Hendry just pops out of nowhere. Is it kind of like they're bringing like that Undertaker, but it's in a light version?
It's
Like,
cool. Now I think one of them I
do
did
you
had a
think he's
problem with.
getting more over this way, or do you feel like he's kind of like getting too much?
Too much. I think it's becoming
You
too
feel like
much in a
it's
way.
getting that
Yeah, I
now?
mean, yeah, I feel like it's becoming too much in a way. My man
I
came
would
out
say
the
he needs to change
refrigerator
his
a couple
gimmick
of
a
weeks
little
ago.
bit.
Like, come
His
on, bro.
beard.
Like,
Change it
he,
up a little bit.
come on, man. They was backstage. I think it was Charlie Dempsey and the girl he be with in No Quarter Catch Crew, and it was like they said something, and of course he came out and he was in the refrigerator. Say his name in here. I'm like, get out of here. Come on, bro. It's a
Do you
little
think
too
it's building
cheesy in
the
a
kid
way.
audience though? I think that's what they're really focusing with the
The
kids.
kid
Like,
audience.
dude, my daughter loves
No,
him.
but you know one thing?
Loves him.
The reason why a lot of those NXT superstars got over too, obviously, with now, I don't think it'll work too much. I forgot why I said it wouldn't work, but the reason why I think a lot of those stuff got over because for one, they did one show a month. They did one show a month,
Yeah.
so that whole show was obviously in the same building. The crowd recognized with it, so it got over. A little bit more than how today's is though. I forgot how I'm really saying it. Oh, it's all over the place. But yeah, man. Wrestling is something else though. Yeah, I don't know if I can sit through a whole AEW one right now. It's just all over the place, boy.
For that, we need to do another one.
And I
Whenever
can't
we
believe
got
because I was on AEW, man. The first show was in DC. I was like, yo, man, I'm digging this.
you
And it was just
so big about it. You and Blackheart both, and I was just like, just let it sink in, bro. It's going to either be a hit or fail. And I kept telling you, I was like, man, you got a fan running the company. That's all I'm gonna say. I've seen it countless times in this industry. You know, talent. You know, I've seen promoters constantly like, yeah, man, I love this product. 3 months later, they just spend their whole life savings into not only renting out a ring and doing all this stuff. Like probably went into bankrupt and they think, oh, I'm gonna make millions doing this. And then when they realize the talent that they're in, they're not as supportive as all they were telling them at first, because guess what? Now you're asking them to pay money. You're paying all this certain stuff. And I think it was cool at first, but I got to say it, and everyone can get mad if they want. The booking changed when Cody left. And that's where it really just felt like it went from focusing on AEW talent to, oh, if you went somewhere else, if you're from other than New Japan, you're not getting booked strong at all. If you come from New Japan, I'm putting everything for you. You're the ones that I like. The TK favorites. I feel like that's the group list that you had to call it, was the TK favorites, because Mercedes was a TK favorite. Guess what? She wins every damn thing. She just finally lost a tag match. I was like, oh my God, hell froze over. Like she didn't get pinned, of course not, but she lost the match. Like, you know, it was just like certain things, and it's just like you got to change it up, and you got to make it to where it's a show that makes you want to continuously watch, because AEW is a show where you're just watching whatever favorite you got of that month, if that makes sense. Like the Hurt Business. I'll watch a Hurt Business segment. I will always support Edge, Adam Copeland, or whatever, because he's the reason why I ever got back in pro wrestling, because of my neck injury. I watch what his segment is. Obviously, it was kind of cool to see him with Christian and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, certain little things, like it's the bits. That's why I even said it perfectly when Jim Cornette, when he dissects AEW all the time, the sections where they talk about which scene of that show draws the ratings. They always said it died down when Moxley came on, or the Death Riders. Something involved the Death Riders, and I kept thinking they were trying to push this thing because they thought,
they just
carried it like Jericho did.
Now they just put Daniel Garcia in the Death Riders, I believe, too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Tyler said, I think AEW's in big trouble in the next 2 years because the TV deal Paramount buys Warner Brothers Discovery. Now I know for sure. I remember when TNA was on. It was on Spike TV, which I think is owned by CBS or Paramount. They didn't want wrestling on it.
And them took it.
Yeah,
they tried to overproduce it.
Yeah, but I don't think CBS want wrestling. I don't think Paramount want wrestling, because when TNA was over there, they didn't want anything to do with wrestling. Yeah, they didn't care for it. So
but if you got like a guy like The Rock, and I mean, let's be real, we got Roman and Cody now in movies. That's putting another resume in to be like, oh, we can get those guys, and hey, we could showcase Street Fighters and stuff like that. At a whole marketing standpoint, WWE is making it to where you're going to hear something of WWE. Why they love Cena being an ambassador of WWE? Because Cena talks about WWE.
Okay, you wanna shock the world. You wanna shock the wrestling world.
Have LA Knight win. Your biggest rant that you've been having for years.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you wanna shock the wrestling world, man. I think WWE shouldn't have anything that excuse me. Because my man Tyler said, and UFC obviously is going to be on Paramount, so that would sort of be an issue, man. Like in a couple of years, bro. Look, we never thought we'd see WWE working with TNA, and it's become a sort of a awesome thing to see. Man, just imagine WWE and AEW just do something just because, man. Like, I think it benefits all.
Well, because TK's not going to let his guys go under. You got these guys that have been shitting on the product for years. And I mean years.
But I mean, like, come on, though. Come on. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to do this with big egos, then it ain't going to work.
Too damn bitter to actually book.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, if the ego's too big, bro, it ain't going to work, man. If you over there.
Actually let a wrestling mind.
Question is Tony Khan?
Bully Ray book this show, I would watch it all the time.
Yeah, because that'd be cool.
Bully does give a great perspective of these things.
This may be a dumb.
Look at it and go, hey, let's do a Survivor Series, AEW, WWE.
This may be a dumb question.
Much that would draw.
This is a dumb question. Is Tony Khan and Nick Khan related?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just thought I asked though. But just like if you got the big egos, man, you gotta leave them at the door, bro. You gotta leave them at the door, man. Just imagine, man. We would love to see Seth freaking Rollins representing the WWE on Monday Night Raw, taking on John Moxley representing AEW Dynamite.
You had me till you said that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing the fucking name out.
Entertaining to me.
Look, Seth Rollins versus Darby Allin. Who gives a fuck? Like, I'm just saying. Like, WWE versus AEW. No. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, though. Like, WWE versus AEW. I think.
Again.
Who?
Make Claudio great again.
Claudio? Yeah, that'll be good, man. I mean, Claudio. Yeah, nah. I want to see Claudio. Claudio
versus Sheamus, and it's a WWE versus AEW. That could be a main event. That could open the show or be a main event because it's so much story.
Cesaro winning that. Cesaro. Yeah, he winning that.
Wait until Rusev is like a heavyweight champion, and then have him booked against an AEW guy. Just
Claudio will win. He will win that. Sheamus doesn't need that. I think Claudio / Cesaro needs that because we all realize. I think even in WWE, they realized how much this guy was a huge superstar, but just WWE or Vince didn't see him in that position to put him in. So he's phenomenal though. Mercedes Moné, the TBS Championship on the line, taking on who? Becky? Liv Morgan.
No, I'd have her lose to the smallest.
Yeah, she's gonna lose, but who she take against?
To Maxine Dupree.
No, she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose, but who? She's gonna lose, but who she take on? That's the question.
She's losing to Maxine Dupree.
Oh no, hell no, nah, bro, nah. Maxine Dupree is only there just to make.
We're gonna bring Ruby back, and she
nah. She's only there to make character Zara look good. That's it. That's only it, bro. I'm surprised they even still got him, bro. Go ahead, bro. Like, nah, Maxine. Are you serious? I have Mercedes Moné take on like Becky Lynch or something. That'd be nice. Okay. Or Liv Morgan. Now Liv Morgan versus Mercedes.
Alexa.
I think we seen Alexa take on Sasha. You know when they did that. I thought we seen that too. Yeah, but I think Liv Morgan
on the Riot Squad. So no, Liv wasn't like big yet.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Or
all right,
Ripley.
All right. Hangman Adam Page versus who?
See, I'm not big on Hangman, but if Hangman's gonna face somebody, LA Knight.
Oh yeah, why they fit so well though? They seem like they some country guys though from Virginia.
No, but what I'm saying, like the booking standpoint and stuff like that, they just fit those.
Yeah. Hangman, he's from Virginia, and LA, he's really from Maryland, so I think that'll work out too. Yeah, he's from Maryland. Yeah, he's from Hagerstown, Maryland.
That's right.
Yeah, so that'll be cool, man. Yeah, Survivor Series, AEW.
Darby, who's booking Darby again?
Who?
Who you picking Darby to go against?
You said who I'm picking against who?
Darby.
Oh, Darby. Darby. Nah, I'll do the Usos taking on FTR though. That's what I do. I do the Usos taking on FTR.
Oh, everybody would want the Young Bucks versus the Usos.
Yeah, the twins. We call it the
I'm
twins
not
versus the
big on the
twins.
Young Bucks. I don't see
Yeah, I
nostalgia
mean the
to it,
Young
so it
Bucks.
is what it
I'm
is.
cool with them. They matches are the fucking same every match, bro. Super kick. Let's do that little. We hold them like we doing the tombstone, and then like Nick or Matt do that like frontwards flip and like sit down, whatever the
I
fuck it is.
remember
But
I
like
saw it
their
in
matches are like
UFC.
the
It was
same,
cool.
bro.
It was cool when they had Cody with it because it kind of gave a nostalgia with it, and when they brought Stephen Amell. But other than that, I've never been big on the Young Bucks. Never been on them.
I
I
don't know. What
think
about Darby Allin versus Ilya Dragunov?
Darby would be the more over person.
Yeah, he would, but boy, it'd be a good match.
No. How about this? Even though it's been shown on the Indies, Gunther versus Darby.
Gunther versus Darby? Are you trying to kill Darby?
I don't like Darby.
I could tell. I could tell.
We going in. We going in. We going in.
You're definitely trying to kill him, bro. Like, bro, he broke like a buck
It'd be like South
25.
Park. Oh no, they killed Darby.
Bro, he wearing like a buck 25. As soon as Gunther would chop him, it's just like if you was in Mario and you hit one of them little jumps.
A whole different location.
Nah, not Mario. Actually, Sonic though. You in Sonic, dog, and you hit one of them little things, and your coins bounce out. Yeah, and the coins bounce out. Yeah, that's just like if motherfucking Gunther hit him with a top. Coins just popping all over the place, bro. That's crazy. Hey, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, Darby versus Gunther is crazy.
All right, no, make it more believable. We'll do Dom versus Darby.
Versus Darby?
That could be believable. Even though people don't realize how tall Dom really is.
I mean, he taller than his father.
I mean, that's not saying much. Sorry, Ray. I love you, but yeah. You a short son of a gun.
Darby. I'm trying to think of someone, though. That would like, but they always say, opposites attract, though. But yeah. Darby, I don't know. I can't even think of like an opponent, though, for Darby, though.
You can't even really pick one for him. All right, so let's go with.
Cause I think Darby match well with anybody, especially if they are bigger than him. They get Darby
compared to Sami Zayn. He's the underdog in every match.
Oh my god!
Fans care about him because of the look, the believability, and stuff with him. I think that
Darby Allin
comparison with Sami. Sami is always does good as the underdog perspective.
I think people fall in love with Darby Allin because he reminds a lot of people of like a different version. And to me,
like a miniature Jeff Hardy.
Jeff, I go with Jeff / Mick Foley. That's what I say, bro. Like, and the reason why I say Mick Foley is because the crazy shit he
Mick
does.
Foley would do the dumb stuff that Darby.
No, not totally. That's why I said mix. Like it's half and half though. Like it's half. Certain.
Him in a bag and all that jumped off the top. Man,
yeah, that Jeff Hardy would have done that shit. Yeah, Jeff Hardy would have done that. But the thumbtacks. Jeff Hardy wouldn't have quite done that, but Mick Foley would have done it. So certain stuff.
How's that feel? It fucking sucks. How did you feel that? Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Pulling the mat off the floor just to do a suplex on the jump. Like, yeah, that's Mick Foley all the way. Like, so it just, I don't know. It's a little 50-50 though. But yeah, Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy though. I mean, he's in TNA.
What other group we could talk? Let's do the Hurt Syndicate. Who are you booking them against?
The Wyatts.
The Wyatt Six?
Kinda. Maybe. I don't know.
Six? I don't know. Do you want to say the Judgment Day maybe?
No, you know what? I would probably say the Bloodline. And the reason why I say the Bloodline is because
that high?
Huh?
So you would book that high.
The reason why is because it has some realism.
It is a great comparison because the Syndicate didn't get over because of the Bloodline.
Yeah, I know, but it would have some realism and backstory with the bloodline, because how the Hurt Syndicate or the Hurt Business didn't prevail because WWE wanted the Samoans, because the Samoans are the new black guys in WWE. So they wanted the Samoans to actually, they wanted to book them more stronger and, push them in their story than actually tell a story with the Hurt Syndicate. So I think it'll be really telling. I think it'll be interesting though. Yeah, it'll be interesting though. All right, look at we gonna move along here on his yeah, I know, right? We booked some little fantasy bookings here though.
I'm trying to remember all the fucking people from AEW.
Exactly. We got Wrestlepaloza, man, coming up. Some of the matches, man, has been made official. Of course, we got Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Seth, and Becky taking on AJ Lee and CM Punk.
But I'm actually looking forward to that match.
Yeah, you looking forward to that one? I'm looking forward to. I'm looking at this.
AJ
This whole
missed the beat. That's what people about to realize.
No, she didn't miss a beat.
AJ's been in the ring, even though she hasn't been in the ring. If that makes sense.
I don't know. I could be the only one that felt like her promo on Monday Night Raw was terrible.
It was terrible.
I could have been the only one because I think it
is because she's trying to make it to where, because they love her, she can dial back into that character simultaneously.
I think that too. But I also think just because she felt, I don't know if it was confident. I don't know if she was. It was something, but she just
a hard time being AJ Lee.
That's what it felt like, and it was just like, okay, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
In the show. I ain't
exactly
never heard
right.
that in my life.
I can't put my finger on it, but the promo was horrible. I'm excited to see what she do in the ring. Like, to be honest with you, I was one of those. I put my hand up. Like, I was one of those guys who was like, AJ Lee coming back.
You wanted AJ for a long bit.
No. I would know.
You didn't really want her. That's right.
Yeah. I was like, I don't care really about her. Like, I mean, like, she had her cool moments. She wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the biggest AJ Lee fan. She was, like, I think the biggest thing I remember of her was her, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and that whole storyline there. But other than that, man, I mean, she cool. And then we got the Usos taking on both of the Brawns. That should be pretty cool. I know I think they're gonna announce a matchup from what happened last night because I said it on the watch along. Jade Cargill, she could not go into that SmackDown losing the Women's Championship. But it ended in a counter.
Ass off last night.
I didn't think so. A little bit, but I didn't quite think so. It was some things in that
pay-per-view that they did.
The match, I look back at the one in SummerSlam to really compare them, but last night it didn't feel all the way there with her. But I also was saying, if she didn't win the title, she gotta go to the back of the line, to the biggity back of the line. But it ended in a no count out. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a triple threat at Wrestlepaloza between Nia Jax and
that show. We keep saying it, like, how many times are you almost about to say Mania instead of Palooza?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of like instinct, though. I think it's like
to me. So I don't think it's that hard to say it, but it's like, to me, that sounds like a damn water park.
It do. It sounds like a fest. Like it sounds like one of them Astro Worlds. We're gonna Wrestlepalooza. Woo, water parks and all this. No, to me though, for real, it's like instinct though. Like the Royal Rumble. When the Royal Rumble come up, you got a paper in between and WrestleMania. So it's like. It's like Christmas in a way. Like if a holiday came out right now and it was called Chris something else or whatever it was like, no, like I mean I know this ain't Christmas. It's not November. It's not December. Like I mean, like yeah, like like yeah, nah, it ain't gonna work out right there, dog. Like nah. So yeah, Wrestlepalooza, man.
What obnoxious pay-per-view name would you ever use for a show?
I mean, they already did one. I'll sort of run it back though. Great Balls of Fire.
Oh my God! They shitted on that so bad, but the card was really good. It was actually a really good.
Samoa Joe should have won that Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar that night. No doubt. But yeah, Great Balls of Fire. That was a wild pay-per-view name though. Wow, Great Balls of Fire. Okay. All right. But yeah, Wrestlepaloza, man, coming up next Saturday, man. Next Saturday. Um
So that's the first show on ESPN, correct?
yes, that's the first show on
They're
ESPN next
competing with
Saturday.
college football.
Huh?
They're competing with college football.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure college football, yeah, it's on
Florida and Miami plays next week.
NBC at night, Fox at night, and yeah, I
Florida and
don't know.
Miami play next weekend.
Shit, I don't even know. I don't even
Damn,
know.
that's gonna be
But
okay. Damn,
hey,
okay. I'm
it's gonna be
watching one
cool.
on the phone, so we got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. All right, before we wrap it up, man, I forgot the little dad rant I was gonna talk about if
You
you,
good?
but yeah, but yeah, man, it been a cool little journey, man, picking him up from school and everything. It's like one moment he'd be like, "Yo, I'm ready to go to school," and then he'd be like, "Oh, mommy, I'm trying to come back to you, man." He'd be crying. He'd get to school. He'd be like, first thing we see him, he'd be like, "I was crying. Why you was crying? I want mommy and daddy." I'm like, well, you at school with your friends and everything like that. Because they got this app. So they got this app where the teacher or the assistants, they can take pictures or videos and,
Yeah.
they post them in the app and you'll be able to see it or whatever, like all the events and everything like that. So they had the grandparents day the other
So
week with
weird.
my mom
So
and
weird that they have an
Brittany
app
mom went.
for
So
teachers and stuff.
yeah. So yeah, it's coming cool, man. It's
Can you
good. It's
imagine that
good.
when we were in school where you would have an app to talk to your teacher outside of school?
I know,
Like,
right? I know.
you know how much trouble I would have got in when
Too
I was
too much
younger?
trouble. Too much trouble,
Bruh,
bro.
I
They
used to
couldn't reach
hide
your phone.
my stuff.
Oh boy,
Remember when we
everybody got
had the
their
planners where you had
man.
the initial and stuff? Luckily, my dad's handwriting was so bad I could just copy his, but my mom's I never could copy. So it was
Yeah.
like, oh man. So it's like that part. I like obviously with our kids, safety is the biggest thing, especially the way this world has been lately. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're doing really good. Now I want to give a shout out to all teachers and stuff like that. Like y'all are some true people. Like
Mm-hmm.
patience, I don't have to teach when it comes to
I
certain
don't
things.
even.
I love my daughter to death.
She was trying to say
I
that too.
couldn't I couldn't do it.
Homeschooling and everything. I'm
I
like,
couldn't
look at
do it.
he. Look at I don't know, bro. He barely wants to
My
stay
my
still at
daughter
times.
my daughter
Mm-mm.
just yeah. And
Yeah,
then
nah.
me
Mm-hmm.
still getting used to Annabelle now playing sports and stuff like that. I'm having to level down, realize this is her first time playing sports. She just had her game last Wednesday. They won, but it's like Annabelle, you could pick Annabelle out of all the people because all the other girls were like returning players, regardless of their age. They've been playing the game for a while, and you could tell because Annabelle was just all over the place. Annabelle played almost the whole game, but it was like
Mm,
I'm still having to learn like she's gonna pick it up. She's gonna learn. Just let the coach. Not me
yeah.
say anything. Let the coach. And I joked the last time I was like, man, I'm gonna have to buy a mouthpiece when I go to her games now. I don't know anything about soccer, but it's like I know you gotta turn around and run to kick the damn ball at least once or twice. You're doing all this damn running. You gotta at least catch
Man,
the ball.
you start learning a whole lot, man, when your kids at school,
Oh
man, and
yeah.
certain
And
things.
I
So
used to hate that because like when I was in sports, my dad was very hard on me, like basketball, football, baseball, you name it. And I did them at a very good level. But it was like I don't want that for my daughter because I don't want her to hate the sport. Like it felt like I just had to have a need to get away and do all that. My thing is
mm,
now with Annabelle, I don't know nothing about soccer. I'm having to learn a whole different thing about this sport.
mm.
And just getting used to like seeing how she's playing, progressing and stuff like and watching my daughter high five the other team last week was like, Annabelle, you helped them score the goal. You know, you don't high five them. Like it's like I'm sitting there trying to realize, like, man, she's only 6 years old.
That's playing mind
Let her
games on
have
the other
fun. Let
teammates,
her
though.
have
She up there
fun.
high fiving them, though. High five. They were like, oh, why is she high fiving us,
They
bro?
were getting beat. They were
She
getting
just
beat
scored.
7-0 at first. Annabelle finally kicks the ball. She looks at us and goes, "Daddy, I kicked it. I kicked it. I got it on film. I had to edit the audio because literally I'm just screaming, Bell, kick the dang ball the other way. I'm going. I'm going." She got the ball so happy. She was kicking it all the way to the other goal, and then she passed it to the other teammate. and then like literally high five the person that scored on her. Like, good job, we did it. And I was like, Annabelle, y'all got two different shirts. Like, come on. So
That's awesome.
it's been an interesting challenge to say the least.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, Oba Finley in
Yeah,
Miami.
when yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I know as he get older and getting into stuff, so that's gonna be cool,
It's a
man.
fun thing, man. But like I
Yeah,
said, it's a challenge because I'm so used to a dynamic like, hey man, work hard, you get better, and stuff like that. I'm getting
gotcha.
used to Annabelle just learning the game, learning how to play and stuff like that. So it's it's definitely a challenge, especially even for my wife. Like I was trying to level down, thinking like, man, I'm being too harsh. And Samantha was doing the same thing. So it was like, okay, now we're both on the same page on this. Like we gotta kind of let the coach do his thing, you know. So it's
Boy,
definitely interesting. It's fun. It's a fun
yes.
dynamic.
Yeah, yeah. I got you. Yo, this has definitely been an awesome episode. Of course, the Talk Pro Wrestling Commission talks in the building. Appreciate everyone. Tyler, appreciate you guys coming in. Everybody, Christy, everyone, man. Appreciate everyone tapping into the live chat. But before we go, man, I'm headed off to Warren Marlowe, man. What's going on? What you got coming
Yeah,
up? Where they
man.
gonna catch you
We
at? All that
got
great stuff, man.
Buzzing with Marlo. We had 2 episodes out last week. We did commission talks, and we did an episode with a up and coming pro wrestler. He didn't get to wrestle on the show, but he's still, very new in his training school and stuff like that, different dynamics. Mr. and Mrs. Marlowe, when the house is not chaotic, we're still scheduling around, figuring out what we're going to do with that. The last episode that we did, we didn't get to air it, sadly, because my daughter was just outrageous. I mean, I couldn't explain it. My wife was just she couldn't do it and stuff like that. So we apologize for the last episode that we had. It didn't get to come out. We're gonna try it again. Now that Annabelle's in 2 sports, hopefully she's starting to slow down a little bit, not so damn antsy all the time. So we'll bring that back. I'm gonna do a couple of games, buzzing with gaming coming up soon. We're gonna definitely play some NFL Madden, play some college football. We'll do a game request off of the Xbox gamers thing. Everybody knows you get like thousands of games for a certain price. So we're gonna try something with that as well. Me and Dre were talking about we might do a little scrimmage, might play 1-on-1 on Madden or something. Air it on
Yeah,
here,
cool.
just have a little fun. Still getting used to TikTok. Still getting used to that. Whenever I can get a chance to. But yeah, man, that's really all the most stuff I've got. Follow me on all socials for Buzzing with Marlowe. Follow the American Prodigy. He's done. He's not wrestling no more, but you can follow him. I still keep social media, especially out for the kids. Especially with school time going on. It's really cool to see these kids, messaging a superhero type character and asking me like, hey, how do I, deal with such and such stuff? And I mean, dude, I really, it really touches me when I get these kids that have messages and stuff like that. And it's like they really are wanting somebody's opinion. And it's crazy how young these kids are and they're going through some of the stuff that they go through. So
Go pick up your toys.
really cool to see that
Little
they
chip
really
box.
see it
Go.
as a comfort. So we
Go.
definitely decided to keep that.
Go pick up the toys. Put in the toy box.
If anything has been said, obviously, with commission talks and stuff like
Put the
that,
toys
we've
in the
always
toy box.
been, this is a great debate. This is always a fun chat, open to talk about certain things. But what's going on in the world right now, guys, we need to just be nice. I think that's the best way to do it. Be kind, be nice, be respectful, and love everyone. That's all I
Hey,
can say. Like,
hey.
everything that's
Definitely.
going on in the world right now, bro, us being fathers, we don't need to have breaking news that there's shootings in primary schools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. I didn't go through that, and I don't want my kids to do the same thing. So it's
Yeah.
like let's learn to love and let's learn to make a change and really make a change.
Hey, man,
That's
I
all I
like.
can.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that, man. As a parent, definitely, putting kids in school, man. obviously goes through your mind, man, and all you could do is, man, is just just keep your kids safe, just pray, and just love everybody, man, for real. Just love everybody.
We're going 3-0. We're going 3-0 today.
Hey, yo, boy, I appreciate you as always, man. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe, like, follow, share, comment, all that great stuff to Buzzing with Marlo, and of course, right here on the 1130 podcast, man. We on the road to 2,000 subscribers, man. If you haven't already, definitely make sure you subscribe. It's free. It's free to subscribe, man. So definitely make sure you subscribe. Also, you guys, man, in the coming weeks, you guys, if you haven't already if you don't follow the 1130 podcast on social media, definitely do as well. The 1130 podcast show is coming back, man. New stories, new interviews, new topics, man. So yeah, I got some crazy topics to talk about, man, for real. We was just talking about parenting. Yeah, that's probably gonna be a main one and a bunch of stuff. So
that episode, I got you.
Hey, definitely. You would definitely be on the list, because I ain't want to give out too much right now. And I just want to keep them all in the bag. And I'll be telling wifey, man. And someone also said this too, bro. Like, just taking a break from the podcast and just going, especially now, going through school, leaving out every single day, 6 o'clock in the morning, don't get back to 5. You see so much different shit, so much, like, it's something to talk about. So I got some crazy stories and some shit to talk about. So yeah, October 8th, we running it back on a Wednesday. We back 11:30 podcast, man. And of course, Beyond 11:30 is coming back soon. Stay tuned for a date. But other than that, dog, this has been a great episode. All the reactions and all the videos will be posted on the 1130 podcast social media pages. But for now, you guys, man, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. My guy Warren Marlo for Buzzing with Marlo. Stay safe, stay blessed. Give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, until next time, man. Yo, tell a friend, man. We out, man. Peace.